Now the kid in me wants to stay out here and just keep sliding all. Ow! Yeah! Oh, I bit it. Hey there, I'm Hayden Balgavy. And guess what? Are you tired of teams scoring on you, Razorback fans? So many points, so many touchdowns. Well, I've got the perfect solution for you. It's called defense. It's when this object, the football, doesn't make it into the end zone. Just watch. See, as the tackler perfectly demonstrates, he brings the ball carrier to the ground. No points, Arkansas wins. Just ask this local high school coach who loves playing defense.
Coach John Wallaby, head coach of the Arkansas Ramblers. When I first heard of this defense, I wasn't sure about it. But then when we stopped keeping teams from scoring or even kicking field goals, I thought, hey, that's a pretty swell way to win games.
Arkansas is allowing 31 points a game, but they don't have to if they simply try defense. Only with a couple of small payments of $99.99.99 or Brett Bielema's annual salary. Come back next week when we teach you about turnovers. That's when the defense gets the ball. Now, the most important stat so far for the Razorback basketball team, they are 1-0 this season. No. You got this all wrong, man. The coolest thing is there are two guys from Little Rock who are balling right now for the Razorbacks. Don't you hate it when you contradict yourself? Hopefully there wasn't like a library right there we just disturbed.
No, they're on the other side.
Oh, that's good. We made a point to go on the opposite side of the library before we did this segment, so. You know, Mary, I got to tell you, I like JY's prediction, and I understand it may be confusing as to why I'm exactly laying on the turf here in North Little Rock. Well, I like to get down to earth, and I like to get down to stats. Being undefeated at home, that's pretty good. Being undefeated in the state of Arkansas, that's really good. Being 26-1 overall, that's just ridiculous. Oh yeah! Welcome to Hog Zone Super Saturday. I'm Hayden Balgavy. I'm wearing a sweater vest. This is Phil Buck. He is not wearing a sweater vest, but unfortunately,
not tonight anyway.
We all needed a little hug and extra support after that one. Tough ball game in Fayetteville. Man, what can you say?
It's a cold night. It's a cold night in Fayetteville.
The simple fact is Luke Dixon has been looking up to people his entire life. He's a little over 5.5 feet tall. He weighs just a bit over 160 pounds, yet he continues to put up stats like this. Now, each game you play as a team, mathematically, you should have a 50% chance to win. Well, prior to Saturday's kickoff, ESPN's win probability gave Auburn an 83% chance to win. Okay, by the end of the first quarter, it was 98. And after one half and a 28-3 deficit, it was 99. This is the first Cabot Panther boys basketball team to actually climb to the top of the 7A and win a state championship. So the only question that remains, can they turn their attention to 2017 and do it again?
We know the life of any high school basketball coach is anything but easy.
Well, from teaching to coaching, the position can be exhausting. TV11's Hayden Balgavy joins us now.
Absolutely, guys. And you know, while fighting the biggest battle of his life off the court, Whitehall's Mark Stringer remains firmly on the court.
Post.
Bulldogs head coach Mark Stringer always tries to be positive. It's just how he's built.
That'll work. Good look. We'll shoot two. Good rebound.
However, last July, that positivity was put to the ultimate test.
You know, it took me about an hour to eat a couple scrambled eggs, so that was not normal. So we went and got a scope done on July 1, which was a Friday, before the July 4th, and the doctor came back and said, you know, there's a mass there.
At 34 years old, Stringer was diagnosed with stomach and esophagus cancer.
And what they did is they went in and took out 30% of my stomach, 2/3 of my esophagus, took out a rib somewhere on this side, I don't know where.
Following surgery, Stringer continued with chemo and radiation treatment. He's on a regimen of 26 now. Monday was number 11. But treatment or not, Coach Stringer is not missing practice today. Just ask one of his assistants, Whitehall principal Don Stringer, or to him, Dad.
And the only thing he can think about is getting back here to work with these kids, because during that time I was working with them, and the kids were tickled to death he got back.
Here we go.
Our coach, he's like a father to all of us, really. So, you know, this is our strong doing for him. So we kept him in prayers, and we did all we had to do for him, and we're still doing it now.
Inspiration from his players, his family, and even a new team he's found through this process.
And the people I meet, you know, you find out their stories, and you find out, you know, everybody's got a battle. you got to keep fighting for, life. You got to fight for, your kids. You just got to fight.
Hey, string on three. 1, 2, 3, stringer.
He's giving his life for kids, and strong, real strong.
And now Mark has a scan scheduled for the end of this month, guys. Going to see how effective the treatments have been, but right now, absolutely no signs of slowing down. It's been great.
So inspirational.
Oh, he's been great. A big rivalry game for them, too, against Watson Chapel on Friday. So he told me, I don't care what's going on. I'm going to practice. We got to get this win on Friday. So great story, great guy. Wish him the best of luck. Parkview has always been known for competing above the rim. Now the Patriots are going low beneath the water. Go! A swim team is something of a new concept to Parkview. Last year, the pool was nearly empty.
My first year, we had almost 13. Second year, kind of dropped off a little bit. I only had 4 swimmers last year.
But as head coach, Dr. Grover Evans got more kids to dive in.
Looking good, people.
The more they seem to warm up to the idea of taking a few laps.
It's fun. I can admit, if one of us gets hurt, everybody's going to come running with Band-Aids. And I think we're all close together.
Evans, the first African-American to swim on the U.S. Paralympic team, has brought more than just coaching. He's brought together the most diverse swim team in the state of Arkansas.
We really didn't know each other that well when we first started out, but as we started swimming and we got talking to each other on the bus, going and coming back from meets, it just became, we just kind of connected with each other, and it's been really good.
I told them, we're going to leave a statement here, and I want everybody to repeat 2 things after me. And those 2 words was take it.
Indeed, they took it. Parkview finishing 3rd place in district.
I'm so excited to get that trophy because we really didn't think that we could get there, but we got there all because we believed in ourselves, and as a team we worked together to strive each other and to push each other to go harder and further.
Now a team that could barely keep their head above water is climbing, well, swimming to new heights.
They're like, can I join it? Is it too late? And it is, but next year I hope they come and they start because that would be awesome. I just want it to progress even further.
Will they ever be #1 in the world? Who knows? But right now, I want them to feel this, enjoy this moment.
Hayden Balgavy, THV 11 Sports.
Hey, look, I know it was media day up on the hill today, but right now, we will get to that by the way. But right now, we're talking about the Arkansas State Red Wolves, your alma mater, sir. And it's not really about the players or the coaches this time around.
I know, we're not exactly talking about the football team or the basketball team and their players, but it's actually about their biggest fan, 9-year-old Brenton Cox. Now, Brenton, who is dealing with some health issues, was granted a Make-A-Wish Foundation wish. An unbelievable story. He's being flown to Ohio this week to meet Cleveland Cavaliers star LeBron James. Now, coaches and athletes with Arkansas State surprised Brenton with the news this weekend. Now, but for those who haven't seen Brenton's story, here's a look back at why he is so important to the Pack. All sports lovers dream of scoring under the bright lights of their favorite stadium. But you'll be hard-pressed to find another athlete who loves it more than Brenton Cox. Although he'll tell you first thing, he doesn't do any showboating on the field.
Really excited, but I didn't go howling everywhere.
Brenton, much like any Arkansas boy, has been playing ball all of his life. From baseball to basketball, he's a true star on the field. But that all changed in the blink of an eye. Brenton had been suffering from headaches, and following a collision on the baseball field, he received an MRI that discovered a tumor.
They told us it was DIPG. It's a tumor in his brainstem. So now we've started radiation, and we're in week 3.
The Cox family travel over 2 hours to Little Rock every Monday and spend the week at the Ronald McDonald House at Arkansas Children's Hospital. But you wouldn't know it from Brenton's attitude.
He's strong, very strong. He's relying on God, as we all are, to get us through this.
Word about Brenton spread quickly throughout the Northeast Arkansas community, even reaching the ears of Arkansas State head football coach Blake Anderson, who had a very special message for such a strong kid.
I hope you're feeling well. I'm praying for you and your family. And I was going to see if you might want to come hang out and look around and meet some of the guys.
Practice was on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4:30, and we could come whenever we wanted.
What started out to just be kind of a tour of the facilities and some autographs and some pictures, it just kept getting better and better.
The Red Wolves not only showed Brenton their home den, they made him a part of the pack.
As an offense, we came to the side. It was just like, let's get him a play. Let's get him to score a touchdown. Because at the time, we was doing player practice. So we just let him get a little play and go score a touchdown.
I spiked the ball. That's all I did.
At the end of the day, Brenton left with more than just a touchdown. He left with a new sibling in senior wide receiver Trez Houston.
He asked if he could be my big brother through all this.
I want to be able to lift him up, you know, make him feel better when he's feeling down, because people need that.
I said, okay. I had no problem with it.
He was happy. Yeah, so that's my little guy.
And now, Phil, Brenton and his basketball team actually scrimmaged the A-State basketball team this weekend. And of course, you know, Brenton and his team pulled out the victory this weekend.
Wow. I mean, I'm a little choked up. I'm not going to lie. But good to hear he's on his way to go meet LeBron James in Cleveland. Very cool. Very cool.